Good morning, guys. We'll start here in a minute. Questions, tickers, throw them in the comment box. Good morning, good morning. Just wait for people to populate in here. We'll start in like 60 seconds, folks. Again, if you have questions or tickers, guys, get them in that comment box so I can go over them after I get midway through my report. Good morning, guys. Just getting all the information uploaded to my Discord for my guys. All right, everything's uploaded. We'll start in just a few seconds here. Yeah, Evie, if you have some time today, let me know. I'll jump on a quick Zoom and help you out with those questions you've been DMing me about. Oh, where would I enter gold and silver? We'll talk about it. All right, let's get on to it, guys. So remember, I'm broadcasting. Obviously, you're here with me on Instagram, but I'm also on YouTube if you prefer a better layout for this screen. Speaking of which, I need to drag my layout over here. Stand by. There we go. I'm a little behind today. All right. Holy cow. Oi. Tudo bem? As coisas bom? All right. So let's get started. So happy, what is today? Wednesday, the 5th of November, guys. Oh, Abby, you're sick. That's fine. Whenever you have time, reach out. Like I said, I'll jump on a Zoom and help you out. Help get you set up on that. So anyway, happy Wednesday, the 5th of November. Again, broke a record. This is day 36 of the government shutdown. No reliable data coming out of when it's going to be dropped. But when it's all dropped, it's going to be a shit show. It will be a shit show. Write it down. Shit show. All right. So let's get right into it so I can answer your questions. Guys, stay with me for my pre-market volume leader. This is going to be I like this trade. I like it. So stay with me. We didn't have one yesterday, but today I like it. All right, anyway. ES, that's the S&P 500, guys. Open price. We've sold down 2 days in a row now. Open price 68.01, high day 68.07, low day 67.48, resistance at high day in 68.50, support at low day in 6700. Bias is short below this white line. Now notice what I said there. Bias is short below that white line. So price is above the bias, but we don't know. So we got to check if it's confirmed because this might be just, let's look. Nope. So what I want you to notice here, move it up here where y'all can see it. All right, you see that yellow line has not crossed the blue line. The white line is an approximation of where they'll cross, but we do not have confirmation that the bias has flipped. We're simply above bias price. So above bias price, we're hunting longs. Is it okay to hunt longs here? Yes. You just minus one layer of confirmation. Guys, I talk about all this in my war room. When we can stack layers of confirmation, we make massive amount of money, right? So if you're trading by yourself, you're guessing. If you're trading in my war room, you're trading with somebody who's got an education and experience, and the guys do well. All right, so jump back out of this one. Let's get into the Russell 2000. So that's RTY M2K. Oh, mean reversion levels on ES are 6,500 and 7,000, folks. RTY M2K, open price 24.39, high day 24.47, low day 24.19. Resistance at high day and then 24.65. And the bias is support at low day and 2400. Bias is short below 24.41. So again, we're above bias price, non-confirmed bias. If price keeps lifting, we will have confirmed bias. That doesn't mean we can't take longs here. We just, again, minus that one layer of confirmation. Your next long opportunity is right about 24.45, right? That's also a short opportunity. But we'll talk about it in my war room. Mean inversion levels are 2,400, which we almost saw, and 2,600 overhead. All right, XAU USD, and I'll give you gold futures pricing because I'm a futures trader. But I have a lot of guys that trade my war room who are spot traders. That's fine because the system works on all instruments, guys. Again, questions, tickers, throw them in the comment box. I'll get to them here in a second. And stay with me for my pre-market volume later, guys. I think this is going to be a winner. All right, so change my fractal. There we go. Now you can see it. And again, if you prefer a better layout, you can go over to @StudentAlpha on YouTube and watch me there. Also, guys, go follow me on YouTube @StudentAlpha because I have exclusive content over there. Backstory, psychology of trading, some really good stuff. So go check that out. Even if you're not watching my live there's a lot of good content that I have there that I don't have on Instagram. All right, so gold. So for the underlying, subtract 10. The math is easy. Open price 39.39, high a day 39.35, low a day 39.37, resistance high a day in 40.10, support at low a day in 39.30. The bias is long above that white line at 39.75, and we're daily is short below 40.10, which is the channel it's going to run. Mean inversion levels are 4,400 and 3,900. Now listen, guys, I put out a video for all my guys this past weekend, and then I alerted everybody to what was going to happen here in both silver and gold, right? And I'm not going to blow my own horn, but I hit the numbers within about 0.5% accuracy, right? Why? Education. So what I want to show you here is the underlying. So if we, you know what, I don't know if I have it on this one. Let me bring it over. On this chart, I want you to see something. I alerted everybody that you see this green line? I said we don't break that green line. That is the 3450 channel break, anchored VWAP, because gold ran that channel for 4 fucking months. This was a significant break. And I said we would bounce off of it and then run to the all-time high anchored VWAP, which is right there. This is the channel we're running. And I said any buys need to be in around that with a short stop loss below it. If you bought that, guys, you're up massively, and you did it twice. Silver, the same thing. I won't take the time to show it, but silver did the same thing, 46.50. It dropped to 46.51, right? The accuracy is always a zone of positioning because these anchored VWAPs, institutions use them. And you and I are piss ants when we're moving money, folks. Institutions move hundreds of millions of dollars. That's why these work. That's why you buy my course. That's why you're in my Discord, right? I'm one of 5,500 people worldwide with this education level, and you can see the accuracy, all right? So let's get into silver. Give me a second. Let me bring you guys back up so I can see your questions. There you are. All right, silver. Again, if you have questions, throw them in the comment box. Stay around for my pre-market volume later. For silver, we're still in backwardation, so you got to add 20 cents for the underlier. All right, guys, we've had a very bullish bounce since early this morning. It hit the levels that I talked about. Institutions are throwing money in at those anchored VWAPs, guys. You can see the volume coming in. And if you want to know where to buy it, well, if you were in my Discord, you would know exactly where to buy it, right? Because I called those levels of support and explained that you buy support and you sell resistance. That's how you trade plan. All right, open price in silver. I mean, I'm not trying to beat you guys over the head for this, but I get so many people message me frustrated like they don't know how to. We're putting the information out every day. I can't help you if you're not in my group. Like, it's pretty simple. All right. So open price 46.90, high day 47.79, low day 46.51. Again, 1 cent of accuracy there. Resistance at high day in 48.25. We're going to have, you're going to see, this is the data VWAP. We're going to have resistance here at the 48 diamond starting, right? That's the interest rate cut anchor VWAP, which you need to have on your chart, guys. Where was I? So, and then above that 48.25 support, low day 45.50. I don't think we see 45.50. We have to have a negative catalyst come in. I don't think we're going to have negative catalyst, guys, in metals. This government shutdown, the stock market driving helps the dollar, but the government shutdown and the talk of inflation sticking around is going to help metals. But if you watch my video, until we regain the all-time high, we can't confidently say, or until we regain the all-time high anchored VWAP, we can't confidently say we're going to go challenge the all-time highs, right? Anyway, bias is long above 47.39. All right, I'm done bullshitting about silver. Let's get into platinum. Platinum. I mean, it did exactly what I said. I told my guys in the war room I was going to buy the 1500 diamond, and I did. It dropped down there, right? So, anyway, XPT, I mean, hit the underlying. You got to subtract 16. Pierced right into the diamond and then found support. I said it would. Platinum has not set an all-time high. It set a 25-year high. It has more upward potential than the other metals right now. Open price 1534, high day 1581, low day 1522, resistance at high day in 1600, support at low day in 1510. The bias is long above that white line. It is non-confirmed yet, but we are above it at 1541, and the daily is short, right? The NYMO oscillators, guys. I know I said I'd do a video about it. I've been busy. I'm going to do one today. Guys, at negative 38 and negative 48, if the markets sell down, we need to look at them because the market will rebound. When we get below 60, right? We love when the oscillators are oversold and we're touching key levels because we can pour in massive amount of money for a rebound. VIX is at 19, same as it was yesterday. Once it gets into 20 and above, it's selling. All right, Tesla has rebounded to 451. So we hit lows on all these late yesterday. NVIDIA is 199. BBAI, guys, is 589. It dropped as low as 533. It's in the buy zone between 5 and 6. You buy and you hold this son of a bitch for perpetuity as long as you can. Initial stop loss is at $4. You're being told right now that BBAI, write it down, is a buy. It is in the buy zone. If you can get a better price than it's currently at 589, try. But you got to start sizing in. You'll thank me in 5 years. Matter of fact, you'll owe me a beer in 5 years, folks. And I don't drink beer. So let's say you'll owe me a nice steak. All right, if you want to learn this, guys, I offer a money-back guarantee on my course. I have a free Discord. I have a VIP free trial is really where you need to be. I'm telling you right now, for $199, the gold trade alone would have paid for 10 months. 10 months of being trading with me every day. Invest in yourself, guys. I do want to say Ethereum. Guys, Ethereum. Get rid of this guy. Look at this. I did a video about it yesterday. I told all my guys. I told you here on live. We were going to enter that green box and find support. Do you remember? I know a lot of you guys were here. Look. I told you yesterday when the price was over here. We're going to go into the green box and find support. I said these two VWAPs are too strong. So that's my zone. Look what's happening. This is your discount buy. If you believe we run back to 5,000 or the cycle high of 10,000. You buy in this box and you put your stop loss just below it in case it drops. So you mitigate risk and then you would buy it again at the next support level. How is my crystal ball so sharp? It's fucking education, people, and experience. And that's the benefit of following me, right? All right. Let me look at your questions, and you want to stick around for this pre-market volume later because it's going to be awesome. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. What price level, Paulie? Which one are you talking about? All right, let me scroll back, see what you got, guys. Then I'll talk about my pre-market volume later. Then I got to go because people pay to trade with me. Let's see. Scrolling back. Guys, your consistency and just repetition will help you, right? Let's see. A lot of comments and posts. Jesse, you're watching your short on Hibbs. How's it going, man? Yeah, you're welcome, Evie. We'll hook up when you feel better. Yeah, like I said, guys, go to my YouTube. I've got a bunch of content there that I don't have here on Instagram. Oh man, Emma, you can't get BBAI. Paulie, where's my VWAP anchored in gold? Okay, so you're talking about the one I'm talking about. So I'll show you because I had that question asked. There you go. So it is anchored. So this green line, right? I'm going to show you something. Do you look at this? Look at this. Look how long this channel that gold ran. It was painful. I know. I traded in it. It was months long. We failed after it set this high at the time at about 3,500. It failed to break 3,450 in perpetuity. It seemed like forever, right? It broke on this day. So here was it. Did technically it broke on August 29th, but it opened and closed above. So this is the full break. That's where your anchor goes, September 1st on the daily, and then it should line up, Paulie. We will not sell down on gold until that is broken on a daily, right? There's an, can we sell down? Absolutely. It's going to take a catalyst to do it. This is way too strong a level. My contention is, and I told everybody that you buy the underlying at that line with a buffer on a stop loss, and then you run it right to here. That's 100-point trade. And if you're doing it on leverage, guys, that is fucking amazing money, right? We'll have a short stop at 4,000 because this is such a critical psychological price. So you could even exit there. But anyway, that's how that's derived. Good question. Yep. All right. Let's see here. YouTube account is at Student Alpha. Where am I putting my stop loss in BBAI? It's in the buy zone between 5 and 6. Initial stop loss goes at $4. Yes, September 1st on that stop loss. Yep. And Lugabo, $4 stop loss. If you got to watch your risk though, guys. I don't know what your account sizes are. I don't know. You know what I mean? That's where my stop loss is going. You got to do your own due diligence, right? So, all right, I'm running out of time because I got to get to my war room. I want to talk about my pre-market volume leader, guys, because it should be decent. And I want to explain how I derived at this because it's different than my other ones. So I've taught this strategy in Las Vegas, actually. So CHR, I've traded this one before, is a pre-market volume leader, the move up of 83% on news of a buyout offer. That's very important, right? You have two companies trying to buy these guys. All right, and I'll explain that in a second. So pre-market low at the point of the catalyst that came out is here. All right, you could set an anchored VWAP to that, but it's going to be the same as the daily. It's going to be really close, right? So, and then so pre-market low fib is 12 cents. Pre-market high fib is 30 cents, 30 and a half cents. My area of interest is this green box between 20 and 25 cents, and I'm going to have to lift it a little bit because we have to include that VWAP. When I did it, it was in there. Here's the thing. Listen to me. It's a scalp. You can trade it for 10%, which I usually do. However, go read the buyout offer. Two offers to buy them out at 52 cents and 56 cents. It'll probably land somewhere in the middle there. So on this one could be what I'm calling a scalp to swing and a potential bet to zero. In other words, we're just going to buy a discount and hold it because what happens, let's say we can get in at 25 cents and we hold it for, I don't know, negotiations take a month. I don't know how long it takes. And then It's still at 25 cents. And then the deal comes out that it settles. Okay, they've been bought out. All shares are bought out at 52 cents, but you were sitting at 25. As a shareholder, you are literally, your position is closed at 52 cents. So it's a 100% trade for sitting on it for a month or a day or 6 months. I don't know how long the negotiation is going to take, right? So all it is you hold the stock and you have 100 shares at 25 cents. When they buy it out, they buy out the entire float, which includes you. So they pay you 52 cents for it. There you go. All right, guys, got to head to my war room. I'll be back tomorrow. Have a good one.